For a few seconds, this place was Armageddon. Armageddon.
See, they see rapists and murders and child molesters. And everywhere, everyone thinks the same thing. Kill them all.
Shall count thee among my favoured sheep, and you shall have the protection of all the angels in heaven.
Welcome back. This is the Fallen Angels podcast.
Welcome back.
Episode.
This is episode 2.
Episode 2. This is the second one. We're back from the first one. You know, it's a visit. Weekly.
With our good friend Strangler Nick Maddox with us this week.
Strangler Nick's here.
Not here.
You are here. It's dark. He's wearing shades.
Can't see.
Hit it.
You'd be wearing these sunglasses at night.
I don't give you a music intro either, huh?
No.
Low budget.
Love you too.
I see more entertainment out of the stalls on a parkway.
You visit them stalls, do you? You tap somebody's foot?
That's where I met you.
No, yeah. Is that the fact, Uncle Grandpa? No. How many years out of the business? He's still superstar.
We don't say hello or nothing. We just get right to the crap, okay? That's just how we do it. That's just how it is. You're just gonna have to deal with that, okay? Thank you very much.
5. Going on 5.
Going out of 5 years out of the business, he's still superstar.
Still smarter than you.
Okay.
Well,
You want to count that? You're the one visiting stalls on the parkway.
we'd like to thank you for joining us.
Done you. Just goes to show you haven't been on the road long.
I guess you
enough to
can
stop
say
that
you're
one.
in for a little bit of a treat.
Little glory hole action. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. No, that's not me. Thank you.
Lord's name!
Sorry. Sorry, Lord's name.
Oh, Christ.
Hi, kids.
Okay, so here we are. This is podcast number 2 of the Fallen Angels podcast. We're completely unprepared, and we're just sailing the ship to see where it goes.
Glad you rolled out the red carpet.
We did. We gave you the fine mug of water.
No,
You're going a little
spring
pirate
water
there.
too.
Hey, fine mug. Arr.
Yeah, if we seem dressed a little funny, we spent the day at the New York Renaissance.
Not my idea. Bunch of godless heathens over there.
Oh, you still have fun.
There's women with the chestes hanging out. That's just improper. Improper. Godless heathens. All of them.
He just doesn't know how to have any fun.
He does.
I have plenty of fun, thank you.
I see what game we're playing here. Okay.
What? Playing chess by yourself is fun?
Yeah, he plays by himself all the fucking time.
I've seen a Connect 4 building with one with the black checkers in it.
Here you go with the race thing again.
What's your language?
Sorry. Sorry, we have children watching this program.
You groom yourself?
You groom yourself. Just for men.
Oh.
So we'd like to pick your brain on a few things there, Strangler.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going to throw out some subjects to you and...
Are you?
Hold
Am I this?
Wait.
Hold on,
You have something else you have to say
Okay,
first?
okay.
Before we pick his brain,
Pick his brain.
Nobody knows who the hell I am.
it
Jesus,
doesn't
I mean...
matter.
We're playing that game.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
For the audience that actually listens, please tell them
All
who
three.
you are. So you want
You
to?
brought me on the show. Interview me, bitches. Oh, I gotta drag your ass in matches. I gotta drag your ass for interview spots. You're the interviewer. You interview the guy sitting here. You're the Mean Jeans. This is your show.
I just asked you to
Come
tell
on,
me something
Conan.
about yourself. So you want to start this way, do you?
Bring it. Ask me a question.
When did you start wrestling?
March of 92.
And where did you train?
Iron Mike Sharpe School of Professional Wrestling in Brick, New Jersey.
Hey,
I paid him too.
Mick Jagger, the audience is that way.
I'm addressing the audience, my audience right here.
Okay, fine.
They can watch.
Oh, they're gonna see
What other
it.
guys came up with you at Sharpe's?
All right. Breaks down like this. I started in March of 92. Apparently the school opened up in November of 91. Devin Storm was the first student. He's the first guy that, from what I was told, was the first guy there to sign the papers.
To you newbies, that'd be Crowbar
Crowbar.
from WCW.
By the time I got there, Ace Starling was just starting. Johnny Handsome and his brother Spike were already there. Joe Steele. Bobby Piper came in from another school, but he was help training guys. That was basically it. And we were bringing in guys from Philadelphia a lot. That's where Stevie Richards got his start, Derek Domino. We had a lot of guys come through that school. That went places at least.
Would you say that Mike Sharpe School was the...
Yes.
All right. Yeah, would you say it was...
I'm smarter than you, so I know what you're going to ask. But yes, it was the best school in New Jersey at the time. We probably put out the best product, better than any school in the area. By number. I'll run down the list. Anybody can bring me down their list of who they got that went places. I'll bring you my list. Mike Sharpe School put out the most product out of one school in the area.
I do have to agree with that.
You can go with Nova coming out of Philly. Like I said, Stevie refined himself there. We had the WCW, that was a guy named The Wall. We knew him as Big Jerry, the lumberjack. I mean, he came out of there. We had guys training down school all the time, like Balls Mahoney, Candido, and Tammy before she got what she got. And
be gentlemen, like we're gonna hit that.
Did you hear about that gimmick that she's doing now?
try and get
that
back to
she,
that one
she's
later.
charging guys
More
to
power.
take pictures with her in a bed.
that's fine, whatever she wants to do. It's her life. That's what she wants to do. What she wanted. I've seen strippers do worse at strip clubs. That's not the worst thing in the world. Believe me.
All right, so
Okay.
I just can't wait to see the winners that line up. And she's gonna have to put on a smile.
They all live in Dad's basement still.
That's the creepy part. You ever seen that guy
creepy
from
basement
Human
guy,
Centipede
no.
2? I think that's the guy who's gonna.
You're watching
Yeah.
too much horror there. Now, if you give me a list, I would write down like how many guys that came out of there. I mean, so many guys. I'm missing so many guys. I'm gonna catch someone cheat if anybody hears this, but they won't.
We reach
You can't
audiences
even-
yard
You can't even
wide.
give me theme music.
box white maybe.
But no, that's even before he went to Asbury when he trained the Haas brothers. I mean, Sharpe put out a lot of good talent.
What do you think of today's talent?
Find me today's talent. Because all today's hot talent has been in the business 10, 12 years already. There ain't no new hot talent unless you're a third generation guy. And you get the backdoor key. He's like, oh, here's the business. Enjoy it.
So obviously you traveled around
Yep.
and you went throughout the country.
Not too far past the Mississippi.
You must have had some really good matches. But I'm sure there's something that's in there that was one of your favorites.
I have a favorite match. I know the one I would love to see, probably the best one that me and Superfly had was up in Toronto for Ricky Johnson at the
Medieval times.
Medieval Times. They had like 1,100 people, 1,200 people. They had a great show. He had Sabu. He had Rhino, was just a rookie at the time.
Too Cold Scorpio.
Scorpio was on the show. It's an experience, but they had all the pro cameras were there. Me and Snugget, we went a good 11, 12 minutes. We did all the spots, and it was a good match. But that I remember went kind of quickly. Remember, we changed things as it went, but no, it went great.
Don't all wrestling matches go quickly even though they seem like they're there forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me times,
that's
like, brother, would just do the crossbody. Next thing you know, like, no, the crowd's too hot. Lay down there, you're gonna splash. Give them the route they want. The lame crowd, nah, we just do the whip reversal and do the cross off the second. All right.
Who is your most favorite vet to work? Since you got to work a lot of them.
Favorite vet to work? You know, I have to say, when you got to a point you work Cousin Luke so much, and you only just walking back like, what do you want to do? Huh? Same old, same old, same old, same old. All right, see ya. Yeah, later. Do it 9 minutes off of nothing. That's the thing, is you worked at different paces. He stuck at a different pace, Cuz had a different pace. So it depends who you wanted to work. You want to work the guys who want to do spot, spot, spot? No shit, I've been working old timers for the last 3 months. I'll try to keep up. You work the old timers. That's the reason why they liked working you. I think after I worked Atlas the first time, he came in back, blew so much smoke up my ass to Jimmy about how I got, helped him do the match and all that. And so you work that pace. You work the old timers pace. Now you work a different generation. They want to do this. I've just working these old timers for the last couple months. Whether it would be Jimmy or whoever else. Now you have to catch up your pace. My pace was off on times. Everybody's different. If you don't know working different styles, and you don't know that's probably working guys that do spots. They don't know philosophy. They don't know how to tell a story. I've been telling stories for the last 3 months. Now I got to dumb down to work the kid who has to do all the spots to get himself over.
So do you find that Ring of Honor is more spot?
Oh, we're going to work in ring. No, I can watch spot matches on WWE. It's all who it is, dude.
It's going to bring me to my next question. You were brought up in a different generation of wrestling.
Yeah, old school.
So when you look at the changes in wrestling from the 70s through the 80s through the 90s up into the present time, do you think that the changes are good or bad?
If you look hard enough, you'll still see the old stuff. Everybody wants new stuff. You watch it long enough, you'll see it everywhere. Is it good? What's not good for the business is the internet. The internet's probably worse things there, even worse than the dirt sheets that came out in the late 80s. Blown kayfabe, and we have to accept the fact that we're in on the joke now. It's a different business. It's a different business. Well, the only thing that isn't different is promoters and not paying guys.
Amen.
Paydays are getting worse over 30 years. I mean, Sharpe was getting $300 in the 80s. He was still getting $300 when he retired. There's no more money to be made in the business. Guys made $50. Hopefully they made $50 20 years ago. Now they're lucky if they get that.
It was like this promoter that contacted us from Cleveland, Ohio. We gave him a decent price, and he wanted us to come out there for $100 at a hotel room. For the three of us, that's gas money. That's
$50 won't even make it to the Ohio board.
Yeah, exactly. It's
heard that somewhere.
Come on, guys. And he thought we were marking him for the price that we asked. So it was like, okay, who's the mark here? Because all I saw was this guy was a mark for himself. And he only offered you one shot. What's the point of running? What's the point of bringing somebody that far out if you're only going to give them one bill? The one bill, and not even offer them anything else. Well, that's the problem with today's promoters. Or they overbook a show and have no crowd.
It's because they know that they're the shits, and they hope out of 40 guys you invite, maybe 30 or 20 will show up. And pray that you have the 3 morons who have a piece of paper. No, there's nobody here to work a match with yet. What do we do? I don't know. Oh, these 2 guys here, we'll put them together. All right, you're opener. There's no rhyme or reason to any booking. The last New Horizon show booking I had that I walked out of, it was a 7:30 show. It was 6:45. There was 3 people waiting to get in. There was no advertising done. I go upstairs to where the 4 guys who are putting this show together. I have 4 empty blank pieces of paper, and they don't even have a show worked out yet. I'm like, well, I'm not getting paid. There's nobody here to work. These morons don't know what they're doing. I'm gone. And that was the last booking I took.
That was Cyberspace, wasn't it?
No, that was New Horizon.
New Horizon.
Yeah, it's when Mana had to go back to New Zealand, and he had other guys running his stuff for him here in the States. Unfortunately, brother, he gave it to the wrong people. I don't know what happened. There's a lot of that going around this business. The wrong people getting in, the wrong people putting their hands in, they don't know what they're doing, and kills everything. That's what happened to Cyberspace, dude. NWA Cyberspace is probably the best independent fed that I've ever worked in the 20 years I was around. 18 years, 20 years, whatever you want to count as active. But they had everything. The only thing that they didn't have was somebody to go, this is too much money.
Billy Firehawk, God rest his soul.
Who books Lex Luger for $5,000 and like, oh, we can't advertise him, it's a hot gimmick. Dude, you're not Vince McMahon.
And that was right after Liz died, right?
That was about a year after Liz died, I think. Because You Killed Liz chance.
And what did they have him come out of?
A coffin.
Yes,
looking.
folks, they had Lex Luger come out of a coffin.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, you can't miss the one spot. There's that great spot for him can't get the shirt off.
Yes.
That's that show.
Your shirts are too tight, Billy. I'm mad now. And he walks off.
So duped up on pills, and a guy had no clue where he was.
So, is it true or false? Didn't when you were taking bookings, didn't they have like 3 months planned, ahead of time, or that's what?
Cyberspace? Oh yeah, they have shit booked it way ahead of time. The problem is when you got to the show, sometimes things would be moved around a little bit.
Card subject to change.
Well, no. When you start off, I remember when they first started off, I was promised to. I'm not going to get into the whole details of everything. I wasn't there the first year of Cyberspace. I was supposed to be, but I didn't. I finally came in and tried to work me in, and that was the last wrestling match I had. Just couldn't do it after I got sick. We only had 3 people to work. And they were working the books, they were working the matches and all that. There were very few people who had their hands in. But as time got on, oh, Billy, I can help you out with money, and they got their hand in the pot. Billy, I can do this for you, this for you, this for you. I want to put my hand in the pot. And there's more money being spent. And next thing you know, he's got part of the book, and he's just putting his guys over. Oh, you're bringing in for TNA guys? Oh, let me put my 2 nobodies from Queens over on these guys month after month after month. Because I get over, even though I'm just a manager. That's what I got to the point. I was one of my last Cyberspace shows. Billy gave me a tag team. My tag team had Julio, De Niro, Sanchez, whatever the brother, Fantastico, whatever he was that night. Who I known for years.
That was his name that night.
And CM Punk. It was literally 3-4 weeks before Vince signed him. I was supposed to go out, I was supposed to manage him, but before we managed him, we were supposed to go downstairs and the whole vignette thing of, wrong kayfabe, winning belts before we got him. I go downstairs, I'm supposed to do the spots with him, blah, blah, blah. Who's running the spot? The guy who has the tag team, not mentioning names, sure thing. And next thing you know, writes me out of the whole fucking spot. They're like, oh, no, they don't need a manager. I'm like, who the fuck are you to decide they don't need a manager? I went upstairs, bitch to Bill, I'm like, I just got wrote out of the whole spot. Door, we'll work you in. Didn't matter. That, because Punk was gone a few weeks later. They won the belts and lost them the same night, basically.
Well, while you were there, you were managing Grim Reaper.
I had Grim Reaper,
and,
Love
Abyss.
Reaper, and I had the Abyss. I gave the Abyss his first world title, and later on they gave me Amazing Red to put with Reefer. That was the second tag team they gave me after. Amusing while it lasted, but once again they were putting the wrong people over.
Well, that seems to happen a lot in a lot of feds lately.
Well, it's ticket sellers.
You've touched a little bit on the business. Now I want to touch a little bit on the wrestling.
Go for it. There's not an endorsement. Go on.
What would you say, and I know there's many different things in aspect, but what would you say is one of the most important things for a wrestler to have, a key thing that they have to be a true professional?
You got to bring up that thing that the angry wrestling vet brought up the other day about how if you don't work out in the gym, you're not how dare you call yourself a professional? That's just very narrow-minded. Regardless of whatever other brilliance he has, there's too many other big guys in the business. I don't think Andre ever saw a goddamn gym either. You're not going to call him a professional, or Dusty Rhodes, or
Big
Abdullah.
Show, or
Yeah,
Brodus Clay.
Fred Ottman.
It's just not the right attitude to have based on look. That must mean whoever it is a workout monkey. And he's not making it or not getting the work that he should be or whatever it is. There's other aspects to the business. Right now it's all about TV, it's all about look. It's all about how you can perform. Because you can teach any monkey how to wrestle. Problem is there's stupid monkeys teaching guys how to wrestle. Which I think is a problem on the indies. I watch guys all the time. We saw it at Gino's a couple months ago when I was last there. Nobody could understand why he kept stepping on the guy's arm after he bumped. Why is he stepping on your arm? Because he's running over you. That's the first thing we always have. Why are you running through him? Why are you trying to hurt him? It's a work. You know the impact, you know your timing, you know where you're going to hit. Why are you running through him? Stop. You have your feet balanced, nobody's moving. He's not stepping all over you and breaking your arm. And it's stupid shit like that. Everybody runs through everything. Everybody runs that forearm through you. Why are you trying to kill the brother? Oh, I'm going to hold you back while the other guy clobbers you. Why the hell are you holding me so freaking tight? You're going to let me go, right? Everybody gets all hyped up and so juiced up, they forget it's a work. And I think the same thing happens in the schools. And the problem is, it's not only they're forgetting it's a work, they're not getting smartened up that it's a work. There's no old schooling anymore of kids. You know, I hear some people not liking Hugh Morris. I like Bill DeMont. I understand what he does. There's an old school, and I told you the Bob Roop gimmick. You know, you try to get into the Hulk Hogan thing, try to get into business, snap the leg, shoot the guy, see if he's tough enough to come back. Next thing you know, you have a bunch of prima donnas running around all these freaking schools, and they think they can get away with it because they're paying the owner money. No, don't beat him up yet. Don't smarten him up yet. He's still paying me. He never finishes paying you. Next thing you know, you have a little ego running around the indies. He thinks shit don't stink for 5-6 years.
Or the kids that have their first 2 matches and think they're superstars and they don't come and work out anymore because why should I? I gotta go work now. And they don't learn anywhere more past the basics of what they were taught. So there's no philosophy.
How many guys at Gino's school know how to do a freaking backdrop?
Ooh.
Sunset flip.
Most of them know the sunset flip, yes.
Finally. What was the other one? The back body drop. The one I was talking about, the one last time I was there, nobody knew how to do it. It was as simple as the moves that we learned like the first 2 weeks we trained. But it's the simple things. I mean, I learned more in my I started training in March of '92. My first match was May of '92. And it was still better than some guys I see after 8 months of training. Because we crammed so much in time. We had Monday nights we were there for 4 hours. Wednesday nights we were there for 4 hours. We skipped Fridays because we were there Saturday morning, and we're there we had the keys to the school. That's how good we were. We'd be there from 10 a.m. to at least 4 o'clock, and we had guys asking us if they can come and work out with us on Saturdays because we were doing drills. Nobody does drills anymore. Oh, I look like shit. Do it again until it looks right. No, you wait there. This guy can't fucking do it right. Let him do it until he fucking breaks his ankle, until he does it right. And if he can't do it today, he'll come back tomorrow. You're done for the day. Go home. You're wasting everybody else's time. Get out of my ring. Think about how bad you screwed up. Come back, we'll try it again.
And through this philosophy of training, you feel that people are more experienced for that?
Oh, experience is experience. You're more knowledgeable. You know, you have all the pieces of the puzzle. Doesn't mean you can put it together right. Doesn't stories about Sheiky just in my house.
Yes, the night with the thing.
Doing the hammers like inches from my statue collection. Like yeah.
Oh, I swear it's gonna hit the mantle like it came that close every
Trip
time.
to Wildwood.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Oh Lord.
Just a note: always make sure you know what you're being handed.
Let there be a lesson.
The first lesson to learn. That was a crazy night.
Okay. Do we want to go with this one?
Yeah, no, go. We'll leave the last one for.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sure he's got a lot to say about that.
Michael Hayes.
Trying to think of how far I can go and not get fired. The story we were talking about earlier, but yeah, it's a guy that knows the business, man. If you hear him talk enough, that guy should be booking somewhere or running his own program. It's a problem. A lot of the guys who know the business like the back of their hand, they're home waiting for a phone call to get a $100 booking when they should be running their own shit. Because they hell of a know a lot better than a Fury or name me some other jabronis that are around here trying to run shows. Meanwhile, you got these guys who should know how to do this. No, let's let poor Jim Cornette, who's the guy that made Ring of Honor what it was. No, we'll get rid of him, and I don't even know who the hell's running the things there now. It's
Delirious.
bunch of guys who never paid their dues. I don't even know anymore. I haven't watched the program in about a year. It's gone downhill because I saw the 35-minute sidekick match. Bored the living crap out of me. The guys didn't know how to do a move or tell a story. They're like, oh, kick me, kick you, kick me, kick you. That went on for 35 freaking minutes. Getting over consumption.
He's got the black lung.
Yeah, we all do a little bit. All right, here's one for
And
you.
the last one.
Here's your favorite.
Metal Maniac.
Fuck that fat asshole. Fuck him. He's a goddamn thief. And everybody who placates him, kisses his ass, whatevers. But some people, I like Metal Maniac too, brother. But I would never let him sleep in my house. That's supposed to be his best friend. So even his best friends don't trust him. That's right, because you're a two-faced scumbag. All right, yeah. If you don't believe me, you can call Matt Russian out in PA. He'll tell you about him stealing his phone bills out of his house, out of his mailbox, stealing my phone bills out of my mailbox.
What happened?
Calling up Tom Brady, brother, stop! Don't use stupid Strangler. Jimmy don't want him on the show. You gotta book me instead. Next day, I get a call from Tom Brady. Did you tell Metal Maniac that I have a show in South Jersey? I'm like, no. Well, he just called to say to kick you off the show. Oh, well, that's fucking pleasant. That's when Snook was in the middle of having me blackballed.
No, actually, it wasn't Snugga. It was actually his son, Junior. That was the
Captain
one.
I didn't say which one.
That's an egg we don't need to crack tonight.
So that's for a whole other show right there.
I mean, I got those people that'll back me up on that shit.
He's not good at catching people.
How many phone bills did you find in his bag?
You mean when our phones got shut off and we'd have to
Yeah,
go
our
up there and
phones
find
was-
like $1,000 phone bill? We haven't gotten a phone bill in 2 months.
Yeah, they got a shut-off notice. I'm like, I haven't got a phone bill from you people. Oh, we sent it. And a week later it goes by, I still haven't gotten it. Oh, we sent another one. All right, do me a favor. I had it sent to my grandparents' house down in South Jersey and went down there and like, oh, here's my phone bill. And we open it up here like, Jesus fucking Christ, $1,200.
That's what it costs to Hawaii.
Yeah, because he had a little texting to his girlfriend. And I used to see him do it too. And I never caught it because he'd pick up the thing, go brrr, and hang up. Do it again about 20 minutes later. And each one of those motherfucking things were like 50 cents or 75, just to say he loves you to his girlfriend 8 times a day.
Wow.
So please, nobody tell me what a great fucking piece of shit Metal Maniac is. Worst doink ever.
I just recently watched a match between him and the Great Caruso.
Oh, the Great Caruso.
And I
That's a
couldn't
great gimmick
tell.
for Gino.
I could not tell which one was the heel in that match. But yes, I do believe that Gino should go back and do the Great Caruso. He needs to pull that out of.
Gino Del Rio. Alberto Del Caruso.
You're not the only one to say that. Everybody says that. And the guys over in
They're
Shiny
so
Wizard
similar.
say it too.
It's scary.
The way he slaps those hands, the way he's dressed, looks just like Caruso.
Is Gino from 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah,
A Spanish Caruso.
it
Maybe
is.
Gino got around. Maybe his dad got around. You don't know. What'd your dad do for a living, Gino?
Oh.
Now I know why I brought the hat. Because my face is red.
We're having fun.
Having fun.
It's good, clean fun.
Gino
Certain
can
parts.
pick it.
Everybody knows the difference between a shoot and a gimmick. Come on.
I don't know how much time we have.
Yeah,
on
they don't know
camera.
the difference between a shoot and a gimmick. Don't belong to business.
That's true.
Be rest assured that this is only part 1. He will be back.
I do have but one question. You were a tag team wrestler.
Yep.
What do you think is the problem with tag team wrestling today?
Well, it depends. What are you talking about? Are you talking about a mainstream or are you talking about independence?
Either or.
Well, mainstream, nobody knows how to write for a tag team until apparently recently, the last 5-6 months, somebody finally had an idea go over their head and they start pushing tag teams again. Thank God. Because for a good 5 years it was a matter of, all right, who...
Yes, so two
all right,
guys
we'll put this
together,
guy
yeah.
with this guy. There's your tag team champions. Just to get 2 belts on 2 guys that they didn't know how to push.
You see that a lot in the indies these days too, though.
Well, it's because nobody wants to be a tag team because the last 10 years they haven't seen tag teams.
Tag team.
Manager. We're available. We're the
Book
best.
us.
We're the best tag team you'll never see.
Best tag team you'll ever see. Book us, we're funny.
I can't even see what.
Oh, speaking of bookings, we do have 2 bookings.
We do?
Yes.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
book.
what's-
Pump.
All right. First one is coming up this Saturday at August 31st at 7 o'clock
Good luck with that.
in scenic Patterson, New Jersey. We'll be doing a 2 out of 3 falls match with Style and Finesse for the titles. And that's for the Classic Wrestling Association. And that's going to be at Planet 301 at the Center City, what is it? The
Center City Mall, I
Center
believe?
City?
301 Main Street.
Center Shitty?
Center City.
Oh.
Center City.
City.
Tickets are $10 at the door. Do you guys have a message
Plenty
for,
tickets available.
as you sit out of frame?
Well, I'm letting you pump up your other show. I'll
Do
come
you have
back.
anything to say to Style and Finesse there, brother?
Hi, I do. The result is not going to be the same as last time. There's going to be a lot of pain. It's not going to be on our end, I guarantee you that.
Well, I think that one of them already had like maybe a slight accident.
I heard that he had an accident and multiple falls down the same flight of stairs. He also fell repeatedly onto a same phone book, from what I heard. The man's very clumsy. That's clumsy.
Yeah, so,
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah. So
I heard he had a
Hopefully
potato
he'll
of nails stuck in his ass.
That's yes, could have been. We focused on whoever did it focused on the arm.
So again, that's for CWA this Saturday at Center City Mall, second floor, Planet 301.
You know what's going to be great? Your match is going to be 1/10 of the audience.
Thanks, brother. Really appreciate that. We know we're looking at a Okay.
I'm just curious though. I mean,
Just so you're not disappointed when you get there.
if he tripped and fell down the stairs
Again?
with a telephone book,
Right.
exactly how did they center in on his arm? I don't understand.
Right, he fell down, and what happened was he got back up, and there was a phone book there apparently, and the floor was greased, so he kept falling on the same phone book.
What kind of phone book?
It was Union County.
Oh, White Pages?
What's always a race thing with you? So it's it was the big thick one, the old ones that nobody ever uses anymore. Yeah. I swear to God, it happened.
And then
So I was told.
okay, you done?
I am.
Okay. Second one is
Thank you,
coming up. We've got a new federation we'll be working for. It'll be a debut for Pennsylvania Pro Wrestling. It'll be at the Freeland Center at 500 Fern Street, Freeland, PA, at 7 p.m. Tickets in advance are $10, $12 at the door, and we are going to be working for the first time South Philly's finest.
Hey.
So that's going to be interesting.
That's an oxymoron.
Didn't
South Philly has finest?
Style and Finesse,
Yeah.
South Philly's finest.
He's trying to spell. Give him a minute.
It almost rhymes.
So that
Style
says
and
September
Finesse.
14th in PA.
South
Who's
there.
that
Philly's
promoter?
finest.
I don't know if the gentleman that contacted me personally was actually the promoter, or you never know. If it's their booker guy.
Oh, just seeing who you're working for.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Do your homework.
Yeah, we did our homework.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make sure.
we're actually working. It's actually going to be their second show. So
Good luck.
let's see how it goes.
Oh, show
Yeah.
number 2. Excellent.
Hey, where's those Grimm brothers with their bookings?
Longest reigning FWF tag team champions
That's
right there.
Still hold the titles. That's right.
Defend them every night. Just got done.
In my sleep.
Your right hand must be tired.
You're creepy, you know that? Full of creep. Uncle Creepy Grandpa.
Your sister
You know
sent me
you're
tape.
talking to nothing right now because he's out of frame.
I know, right?
Oh, I'm done. Wait until you're done with your booking.
We also have, if you want to find us, we're on Facebook at Fallen Angels Tag Team. And you can also find us on YouTube. Just look up Fallen Angels Tag Team. And that's pretty much it for me. I put out the business there, so.
Is there anything else we want to ask the Strangler before he steps away from the camera?
Is there anything? Is there any words you want to get off your chest?
Ask me questions.
I just asked if you had anything you wanted to get off your chest. That was a question.
Anything I want to get off my chest. No.
Okay, I think we're good here.
But I'll add in.
He'll add in.
First time in ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for viewing. This has
Hey.
been
Thank you
the
for listening.
Fallen Angels podcast.
Part of the Shining Wizards Network. And thank you, Strangler Nick, for joining us.
All right, thank you, Strangler.
And we'd like to have you on again.
Oh, yeah.
And don't worry, there'll be some music edited in for you.
Whoa. Hey, mate.
Sorry about the pay this time. We'll catch you up on the next show.
Yo.
Heard that one before.
If you find a dime on the floor on the way
I
out,
hate to say, brother, the crowd just wasn't here tonight. I'm so sorry. But, thank you for coming and working for me anyway. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I understand if you want to leave, because, but, we're really
It's
here for
okay.
the fans, right?
no problem.
Yeah, it's all about the fans.
One day.
What do you care? I mean, what are you going to do tonight when you go home anyway? You might as well wrestle and get some workout in.
It's okay.
Night,
One
folks.
day we'll find the payday. Oh, look, a dime.
Toll!